She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video I will be taking you through some college do's and don'ts coming from a soon-to-be senior in college. So once I move back into college at the end of summer, I will officially be a senior in college. And since I know a lot of us are going back to in-person classes, moving back on campus, that kind of thing, I wanted to go through some college do's and don'ts that I have learned over the years. So I'm going to start with do's, and a lot of these are just like things you should and shouldn't bring with you necessarily. So one of my main things is a wrap towel. So I got one from Target and it was like $10, but it's a towel that when you get out of the shower has Velcro on it, so it sticks, it doesn't slide off. And when I tell you this thing comes in handy, it is insane. So my freshman year, I lived in like a regular old dorm where it was you and another roommate and communal bathrooms. And my floor was actually the floor that you toured when you were coming to tour the college. And when you wanted to see what a dorm looked like, they showed one of the dorm rooms on my floor. So a lot of times, unfortunately, I ended up coming out of the bathroom after showering and there's like 30 people on my floor. And the wrap towel is so nice, it saved my life. I actually started off with like a bathrobe my freshman year, and you don't realize how little of space you have in a dorm room or just in college housing in general. And bathrobes are so large and thick that it just took up way too much storage space. So once I switched this wrap towel, it was a game changer, and I have used it every year since. I still have it. It is so nice. Another thing along with that would be a shower caddy. Now, if you are a freshman, you're going into a regular freshman dorm where you have communal showers, obviously you want a shower caddy. But even now, I'm now going into my third year of living in an apartment, and our shower is so small that you can't just leave your shampoo and all that stuff in there. So having a shower caddy still is perfect to take all of your stuff with you into the shower and put all of your stuff away. And it's just so much easier than having to carry every individual bottle or having the bathtub in the shower full of a mess of bottles and razors and all that kind of stuff. So a shower caddy actually really helps you stay organized, and then if you get one with holes, it actually helps dry out all of your stuff so it doesn't get like moldy and mildewy. Another thing would be a vacuum. If you don't clean, that's your choice. But when I'm telling you you need a vacuum, if that is the only cleaning product you buy in your entire college career, buy a vacuum. I vacuum like once a week in our apartment, and we normally clean about once a week, so we do like a thorough wiping down all the counters, cleaning the toilet, cleaning the bathtub, cleaning the shower, vacuuming the floors, mopping the floors, everything. We do that like once a week. But if I end up skipping a week that I clean, vacuuming is seriously so important, especially if you live with a bunch of girls. You don't realize how many hairs are like in your floor, how much girls shed until you live in an apartment full of girls. It is disgusting. So I can promise you need to vacuum. And even for guys, guys tend to be messy too. They eat and leave their crumbs all over the floor, whatever. You need to vacuum, I'm serious, and you need to get a good one. Something else to take with you is like ramen and mac and cheese, or like rice-a-roni, things you can just heat up in the microwave. You will not realize until you get to college how many nights you'll be up 12, 1 a.m. doing either homework, just hanging out with friends, whatever, and you're going to get hungry. And if the dining hall's closed, if that's what you use, or you don't feel like making, people are asleep, whatever, I promise you, you're going to have those nights when you are hungry, and those things are going to come in handy, and you don't realize how good ramen and mac and cheese taste at 1 in the morning. My freshman year especially, I can remember, that's when I used the dining hall, and so I had some ramen and mac and cheese stocked up in my room, and my roommate and I would end up just like staying up till 2 a.m. talking, and we'd both end up starving. So we'd end up making ramen or mac and cheese or eating snacks, and it just ends up being such a memory. But when you're in that moment, you're like, crap, I am so hungry, and those things are going to be what you're craving. Something else to take with you is actually slippers. So I've gone through 2 pairs of slippers in my college career so far. That's another thing you don't realize is you're not going to realize how many times you're going to need to jump out of bed and go outside or go grab something quick, and you just need a pair of shoes to throw on. So I always have slippers on deck, especially when you have like fire alarms and crap and it's 3 in the morning and they're going off and you're like, oh my god, not again, you're just gonna throw on your slippers, go outside, wait for the alarm to be done. Or like for laundry, so in my dorm building there was laundry in the bottom floor of the building, but in the apartment I live in now, the laundry is actually in a complete other building, and you end up having to walk outside, which is whatever, it's just still on the campus, but I still always put on my slippers. There's just no denying slippers, or even if I go to the dining hall quick for something, to grab a snack or whatever, I am literally always putting on my slippers. Another thing would be an ottoman. So most times when you live in college housing, they have the beds where you put it up on risers and it like sits on the bed frame, so you can put your bed up really high and you have all kinds of storage underneath it, and you're going to need a stool to get up onto that bed. I made the mistake of buying a stool from Five Below actually a couple years ago, and I thought like it was a super cute stool and it was great for decoration but not great for stability of getting up onto a bed. So I actually bought an ottoman, which you can also use as storage. So it's actually perfect to use as a stool to get up onto your bed, and then it's also full of storage. I keep all kinds of tank tops, t-shirts, all kinds of clothes in mine. And it is perfect. It's super lightweight. You can get them pretty cheap most places, but it's really great for extra storage and to be able to get up on your bed. Next is hats. If you're not a hat wearer, I completely understand. You don't need to worry about hats then, but I like to wear a lot of hats, especially when my hair is dirty. And now that we're getting back into going to classes in person, we're not just waking up and turning on our laptops, I definitely would say bringing different hats. So I tend to throw on a hat almost anytime I go to class if my hair is dirty, needs washed, or if you woke up late, you don't have time to do anything with it. I literally just throw a hat on and go to class, and it's not a big deal. Everyone wears their pajamas to class, everyone looks like crap when they go to class, so throwing on a hat is just the easiest way to kind of cover up that bed head. And then finally, something you should bring is storage bins. So I've learned that actually using storage bins works a lot better in college, rather than storing all of your stuff in boxes, especially when you bring it home, you leave it in your home for a couple months over the summer, and then you move back into school. Because once you move back into school and you're unpacking all of the bins, you can actually stack them rather than boxes. And then the boxes you break down and throw away, or you have to find somewhere to store them. But the bins, you can just stack them on top of each other. You still have them. You don't have to get new ones every year. And if you have a bunch of extra stuff you don't know what to do with, you can literally just store it in the bin and put it in the closet. So that's what my roommates and I did this year. We had a pretty big storage closet, so we just stacked up some of our bins, stuff, extra grocery bags, things like that you don't need that often. We put those in the bins and just put them in the closet, and it helped to keep a lot of stuff away, not as cluttered, not as messy, and it actually worked really well for us. So I only have a couple of don'ts of things that I have done that I realize you really do not need. One is packing too many towels. Even this past year, like I should have known by now, I was in my third year of college, I took like 4 sets of towels to school. You do not need them, and you don't realize how much room towels take up in your small amount of storage space. You basically need like 2 sets of towels max. And if you're like most people, like I do my laundry once a week, so that's when I change my towel. Unless it was super disgusting, I would change it twice a week. But I did my laundry once a week, every Wednesday actually. And so I would throw my towel in that, wash it, and then basically just put the same towel back out once it was washed. So I barely even would touch a different set of towels unless I really needed it for something. So I am telling you, do not overpack on towels. 2 sets max. I took 4, and it was ridiculous. It took up way too much space, and it was so stupid of me to do that. Another thing is packing too many t-shirts. You will think that you will wear all of these t-shirts for certain occasions. You will not. Now granted, I'm sure you will wear a lot more lounge clothes in college than like nicer clothes. I wear a lot of tank tops, sweatpants, hoodies, t-shirts, that kind of thing. But I guarantee you will not wear as many t-shirts as you bring. I dedicated basically every single year of college an entire drawer of storage to t-shirts, and I wore the same 6 maybe. And it is just so ridiculous to take that many t-shirts and you're not going to wear them. I guarantee whatever you have packed for college, if you already started, good for you, you're way ahead of the rest of us. But I guarantee take at least 7 of them out because you are not going to wear them. I have an entire drawer at home full of t-shirts, and I take like half of them to school, and there is no need to do that. It is insane the amount of t-shirts that you think you will wear and you will not. The same thing with shoes as well. Every year of college I've taken an entire storage bin full of shoes, and I wear the same 4 pairs, mostly sneakers. Sometimes like I'll take sandals in the springtime, and then snow boots and some other boots in the winter time, but for the most part I literally wear sneakers, and I wear the same 4 pairs. So I usually end up taking all of my sneakers, all of my sandals, and then like 2 pairs of boots, and you just do not need it, especially if you live closer to your college, where your home is. So my college is only like an hour from my home, so I do come home sometimes, so it is a lot easier to switch out your shoes if you're able to do that. But if you are not, there is still no need to pack that many shoes. I promise you, you will not wear them. And then finally, the last thing is just a random thing that I have learned since the beginning of college. So most colleges, like mine, has an indoor pool, and you are going to pack a bathing suit and think that you are going to go swim in the pool, and you are not. I am going to be a senior at my college, my 4th year, and I have yet to step foot into the pool. Every year I've taken bathing suits thinking that I would go, and you won't. And it's just, although bathing suits don't take up much space, it's just something you don't even need to think about packing. I can guarantee you, you will not go swimming. I live with 2 other girls, and one of my roommates has also not really been to the pool. She used to play field hockey our freshman year, and I don't know if she did any pool workouts or anything with that, but ever since then she has not been to the pool. And my 3rd roommate has only been to the pool because she lifeguards there. So when I'm telling you, you will not go to the pool, you will not go to the pool, and you do not need a bathing suit. So that is everything for my college do's and don'ts video coming from a soon-to-be senior in college. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any other college advice, leave it down below for anyone who's watching this going into college or moving back to college soon. I'm super excited to go back to college and start my senior year, although it is bittersweet to be graduating this year, but I am excited to see where it takes me. So like I said, leave comments down below with any other advice you have, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up.